And here in our area, we can tell you that nearly 1,000 people have been arrested since protests began in Portland back in late May after the death of George Floyd at the hands of police.
But a KOIN 6 News digital investigation found the overwhelming majority will likely never be prosecuted. Dan Tilkin here with results of a months-long investigation into all this. Dan?
Well, with Portland protests in the crosshairs of national and local politics, our investigation gives important context to how differently police and the Multnomah County District Attorney are handling arrests. 5 months of protests, looting, vandalism, fires, and often violent confrontations between police and crowds.
The immediate term issue is getting beyond the occasional nightly violence that we're seeing. How we end this is crystal clear. For people who are engaged in violence or criminal destruction, you arrest them and then you hold them accountable.
By our count, local police made 978 arrests and citations. The DA is not currently charging 823. Those numbers don't include juveniles, which are not public record, and 43 cases that for some reason don't show up in the court system. Charges have effectively been dropped in about 90% of cases. Our analysis shows most suspects are from Oregon, specifically Portland. Repeat suspects account for 14% of the arrests. 78% of people arrested are white and 10% are black, according to the DA's office. For comparison, Portland's demographics are around 70% white and 6% black. When Multnomah County DA Mike Schmidt took over the office in August, he said he would not prosecute many cases because he had limited resources. Now he maintains his office could still follow up, but when asked if many cases could be reopened, said this.
The vast majority, no, it's not likely to happen.
The DA's policy is to presumptively decline to prosecute some of the most common charges, like interfering with an officer or disorderly conduct.
Breaking windows of businesses, lighting things on fire, stealing from those stores in the protest environment. So that's what we're focusing on.
President Trump has made the violence in Portland part of his law and order campaign.
Portland's a great example. It's been going on for 90 days, and we could put it out in 1 hour. All they have to do is ask us to come, and we will be there with the National Guard.
You're seeing the issue used in local political ads for candidates that don't even represent Portland.
Stood idly by while riots shut down our cities, threatening our families, and failed to demand the prosecution of violent crimes and vandalism.
What is happening is mass punishment. Essentially, what it's criminalizing is free speech. Being in the street is central to people's speech rights.
But critics like former Clatsop County District Attorney Josh Markey, who for years was a leading voice for Oregon's DAs in crafting criminal justice laws, says the policy creates a different set of rules for people with certain politics.
I think it's virtue signaling, which is one of the last things the district attorney should do.
This is not my policy forever and going forward. This was recognizing that in a moment where people are criticizing how we do business, we have the ability to chill speech if we are too aggressive in using our authority towards people who are not causing harm.
So I worked with our Hannah Ray Lambert of KOIN.com on this story. She did the vast majority of the research and reporting over months. I discussed with her why we've both had difficulty getting critics of the DA to do interviews.
The president has been very vocal about these cases not being prosecuted, but other than the president, it's hard to find people locally who will take on the district attorney and his policies.
It's one of those things where off the record, everyone has a lot of opinions about the policy, particularly on the side of people who are against it and have a lot of critiques of it. And a lot of people who are currently in the criminal justice system, like other DAs or even people who have retired, are hesitant to put their careers or reputations on the line by speaking out against this policy.
In some of those cases, the critics have told us they're afraid that protesters will show up their house if they speak out. You can read much more about our in-depth investigation right now at KOIN.com.